To all you single parents out there, whether you're a single parent by choice or through separation, whether you are divorced, whether you're a widow, an ex-partner, whether you're pregnant and alone or currently engaged in a co-parenting relationship, this channel is for you. My name is Betty, your noble host. I welcome you all. Now, on this platform, we do encourage all you single parents on the need to embrace self-love, practice self-care, even as we encourage self-growth as you embark on the task of raising your children. Although I must tell you this, dear parent, that you are not alone in this journey. God Almighty is right there with you, by your side, infusing you with divine strength, courage, and wisdom in order that you may raise your children to maturity and to what He has called them to be. Okay, so be encouraged in this, dear single parent. And before I forget, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Okay? All right, so let's begin. So today I'm talking to single mothers on when God finally smiles upon you and blesses you with that man of your dreams. Maybe you've been a single mother for a long while, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and finally God has seen your struggle and He's decided to give you a partner so that you're not alone anymore. And that is a beautiful thing. Actually, I always pray for you, all you single mothers, to find a partner. It's not easy to just live life alone, you know. It's good to have a partner to walk with, right? And not just any partner, a good partner, a great partner. Okay, and that's what I pray for all of you single mothers out there to have in the future. And before you even embark on wanting to date anymore, I just pray that you work on yourself, get to know your do's, your don'ts, get to know your strengths, your weaknesses, so that when you come into that new relationship, you come anew, afresh, you come with an open heart, right? With an open mind, you know, and get to be who God has called you to be, okay? So when you find that man of your dreams, he has paid your dowry, he has married you, you have moved into his house. The first thing I would like to tell you single mothers, now that you will not be single mothers anymore, you will be a married woman. Please treat that man like gold. If that man has seen your worth, he didn't care about you being a single mother and decided that you are worth his while, please treat that man like gold. Never ever decide that you are better than him. Nobody is better than any other person. People are different. We are unique in our ways. But if you want to show appreciation to that man, treat him like gold. Be there for him. Okay? Be his support. Be his partner. In the real sense of the word. Don't be deciding, now, finally, now I have reached. Now, I have somebody to take care of me. No. Appreciate him by also you taking care of him. Okay? Also appreciate him for what he does for you and for your children. Let me tell you, for a man, single parents, listen to me, single moms, for a man to pick you, to marry you with children, that is a real man. I'm telling you. So appreciate that man every day of your life. And it doesn't have to be big things that you do big. Just tell him how much you love him, how much you care for him. Whatever he likes to eat, cook for him. That's the way you appreciate him. Give him good sex. That great sex. I know you guys know that, okay? So appreciate him for what he's doing. And let me tell you, once he marries you, he'll be taking care, he's not only taking care of you, but of your children. Okay, and that's a big task for any man to carry. So don't go there telling him, even I'm a blessing to you. Who's blessing? And you might be, yes, you might be. But learn to appreciate that man, okay? Don't take him for granted. Don't ever in your life take that man for granted. Because let me tell you, as easy as you came in is as easy as you will go out. Believe me. Okay? The third thing I want you, newly married, single, newly married, newlyweds, those people, those mothers who are single now, they are not. Talk more of your future with your partner and less of your past. Don't be reciting or recounting your past. Oh, that man did wrong to me. That stupid man. May he die. No, don't be telling him. Talk up more about your future. Oh, honey, where do you want us to live in the future? What do you want us to do? Which business do we start? Those are the things you tell this man. Tell him, my past doesn't matter. Me, I'm looking to my future with you. Those are the things you tell them. Not when you're angry, now you start recounting. Men are dogs. How do you say men are dogs and one married you? I want you to talk more of your future, because if you found a new partner, you're headed into your future, right? And your future is also bright. So talk about it. Talk about your children, the ones you're going to have in the future. If you guys decide to have kids, what you're going to name them, which schools they... It's not bad to plan ahead. Why not? But don't be talking of your past. Oh, you see that my first baby daddy, he did this to me. I hope you're not going to be doing this to me too. You men, how you are. Don't say those things. Those things, let me tell you, there's nothing that turns a man off very fast than you talking about your past. He doesn't want to hear about your past boyfriend, so don't be talking about your past boyfriend. Nobody wants to hear about that. Talk about him and your future. Okay? Please him. My dear women. And also, don't compete with him. Support him. If you found a new loving partner, support him. The way he has supported you. Do you know people get married and their life changes forever for the better? You get married to a beautiful, beautiful man. And I don't mean beauty on the outside. I mean, he has a great heart, a great mind. He loves you. He desires you. You're the only one he wants, Don't compete with him. If he has an endeavor, if he has a project he's working on, or his job, support him. Don't compete with him. Me have stayed here with your kids for 4 hours. Now it's your turn. No. Women, I know we are empowered, yes. But let me tell you, especially for you who are single mothers now that you found partners, that's not the way to behave with a man who is supporting you and children. Your children who are not his. That's not the way to behave. Don't compete with him. Support him. Tell him, what can I do in this project? Where can you fix me? Don't go destroying people's projects. Women out there, please. I know women, you cannot trust them with anything. They'll just come and ruin you, and you're even wondering why they even marry this one. If you know you cannot do anything, just support him in another way. Support him in the house, support him elsewhere, but be a support to that man. In fact, let me tell you, God made Eve for Adam as a support system. A helper, okay? So be a helper for this man. Don't try to compete with him at even me. Oh, you have this project going on. Even me, I can have my own project. I tell you, nowadays, I don't know. Anyway. And don't you dare try to control that man. That's another thing I want to tell you, newlyweds. Especially those mothers who were once single parents and now God has smiled upon you and given you a partner in life. Don't try to control that man. The way maybe you controlled the others in the past. And maybe that's why they left you. And now God is giving you another chance. Now you want to control this one. Don't do that. Don't you dare. Set that man free to be who God called him to be. And if he married you, where will he be going? Let me tell you, if you see people controlling other people, it's because they are insecure. Insecure people love to control others. They love control. Let me tell you. And there are men you cannot control. I'm telling you, if they see even you just putting that idea up for controlling him, they will leave you. So don't control that man. Let him be. Let him be. I'm telling you, be a support system. Don't be trying to control anybody. You cannot control an adult human being. Don't be bringing your tricks from the past. I'm telling you, let the past go. Let the past go. See this new partner with new eyes. Ask God to give you a new perception. If you're struggling with your past perception, because we can struggle. We do struggle with the past, but you're just wondering what if it's like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, what if he plays me? What if he does? Ken played me now. This George, I don't know if he's good. No. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, and don't do that to your kids, and don't do that to that man. Enough with the controlling. Don't be a control freak. Deal with your insecurities. Don't try to be controlling people. I'm telling you, that's the worst thing you can do maybe that's why even relationships don't work, because people want to control somebody. How do you control a mature adult? Are you normal? Anyway. And don't let him, let me tell you, newlyweds, listen to me. Don't let that man pay for the mistakes your ex did. Especially maybe he did something and you're feeling triggered. And your past comes into mind and you're feeling like, and then you start talking. Our mouths we need to control our mouths, ladies. Maybe he did something that triggered you and you saw your past in the present. Let me tell you, the worst thing you can do is say something that is wrong, because any wrong word will ruin that relationship. So if you're feeling triggered by maybe something he said or did, don't try to make him. I'd rather you tell him what you did. I don't like what you did. And then he can correct himself. But you decide, men are the same. Look at this one doing the same thing. Maybe he didn't know even he was doing it. Listen to me, ladies. This is how we lose relationships. We're too quick to judge, and we get really triggered. And instead of saying say something and say it in a very polite way. And don't wait for 3 days to pass before you say it. Say it immediately. Say, you know what you did today, it triggered me. And then you can talk about it. And then he can correct himself. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. Maybe he just said something that triggered you. Don't start giving him silent treatment. I'll talk to you next week. Let me tell you, you'll find him talking to another woman while you are waiting for next week. And then you'll be more triggered. Okay? Cook and clean for this man. I know feminists who say, even him, he can cook for himself. And let me tell you, I was one of those feminists. I can't even believe I'm the one saying this, but here I am. Cook and clean for that man. Cook, and that's one way you appreciate him. Cook and clean for him. Cook and clean for him. Ask him, what do you want to eat tonight? What do you want to eat for breakfast? Do I pack your lunch? What do you want, darling? What do you need me to do for you? I mean, why not, right? Don't be saying, when will he cook for me? Maybe he doesn't know how to cook. Hey, when will this man cook for me? This man. I'm not your mother. Let me tell you, ladies. If you can cook and clean for yourself, you can also cook and clean for him. Especially if he's brought you in his house. Why not? Right? Don't be a feminist after you've been married. Let me tell you. Mothers who are listening to me, especially those ones who are on the verge of getting married or married now, you're in your house now, in your newlywed. Don't try and decide that you want to bring your feminist philosophies in your house. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. And don't say, Betty didn't warn me. Betty didn't tell me. I have told you. I have told you. Be a feminist when you're single out there. But marriage has got different rules that we need to follow if we have to be happy. If we need to be happy. If we want long-term relationships, there are rules to follow. And they may be hard, they may be tasking, but that's the recipe for a good marriage. So cook and clean for that man, okay? Ask him, are you wearing this gray suit today? Okay, let me just steam it for you. Why not? Why not? It doesn't take value out of you. Does it take virtue out of you? People behave like, it's just this man, they want to sit on us. Which man wants to sit on you? Okay, if you didn't want him to sit on you, why did you say yes to his proposal? Why? You should have told him, look, me, I'm foreseeing in the future you'll be telling me to cook and clean for you, so I cannot accept this proposal. You should have said that before. But you were quick to say yes, so be quick also to do stuff for him, okay? And then do him on the regular, okay? You know what I mean. Don't be having those headaches you used to have in your past relationship. Those fake headaches that women have. Like, not today. No. Please, do him on the regular. Do him and do him hard. However he likes it. Okay? This doesn't take virtue out of you. Actually, scientists say that it's very beneficial to have sex on the regular, especially for married couples. And now that you decided to get married, well, do your job and do it right. Okay? Ladies, are you listening to me? Do that man on the regular. And finally, there are so many things you can do for him, but finally, because, time is not on our side, we can talk the whole day about this. Pray for that man. Pray for him. Pray for him. For God to grant him wisdom, the wisdom he needs to run your family. He needs wisdom. He does. Pray for wisdom. Pray that God grants him wisdom. Ask God, give this my husband wisdom to run this family, because he's the head of the house. I know we are big on equality nowadays. We are equal. No problem. Let's be equal. But remember to pray for him, for wisdom, for divine strength, for courage. Because he needs the courage when he goes out there to make money so that you can get comfortable, you and your children. You need to pray for him. Sometimes there are things you can say to encourage and motivate your partner, and then there are things you talk to God about. And I'm telling you, it is all God. You can never discount God from any situation. God is needed everywhere. In every situation, we need God. So, ladies, especially those ones who are getting into beautiful marriages, I pray that your marriages are long-lasting. But they require work. It's hard work. Any relationship requires work. There is communication, there is care, there is attention, there is affection. Every day of your life, you cannot get tired. You also need to pray that God gives you the strength and the wisdom to care for him, to support him. Okay? Because he's the head of the family. And imagine if a man is taking care of your children, the ones another man refused to take care of. You better be praying so hard for that man, because that is a good man and he's a wise man. He's wise enough to know that you're of value, so he married you. And he said, if I don't marry her, my life, what happens to my life? So he brought you in his life to be his support system, to be his love. So act accordingly and pray for him. Okay, ladies? There's a story in the Bible of Abigail. I know you guys know about Abigail. So King David arrived in Abigail's town, and he was very hungry and he was looking for food. So he found Abigail's husband. I forgot his name. So he found Abigail's husband, and he asked him a few questions. And the man was extremely rude to the king. You know, in the past, when you are rude to the king, you know that he will just off your head. And David was about to do that. And Abigail got wind of what the husband said to David and how rude he was to the king. And she also got wind that the king wanted to kill the husband. So she told her servants, look, cook a few things, let me take to the king. So she rushed, she bent down, she told the king, look, forgive that my stupid husband. You know, he just talks carelessly. But have mercy on us. Because imagine the king wanted to sweep. Imagine because of talking rude to the king wanted to sweep this man's entire family. And the wife, because she was very wise, she had to cook food for him so that this king could spare their lives. And Abigail was so wise. She told the king, look, leave this my stupid husband. That's the way he talks. He has no brain. But please accept the cakes I cooked for you, this food I've cooked for you and your army. Please eat and forgive us. Please forgive us. And that's a wise woman. And because of what she did. And imagine she did that. The husband didn't know that she went running after David to ask for forgiveness for how the husband talked to the king. Can you imagine that? That's a stupid man. To have put a whole generation in jeopardy because of being rude. And so David saw her and he really liked her and said, okay, thank you for the food. I will not destroy your family. And so it was that months in the coming, actually Abigail went and told the husband, you know how you spoke to the king? The king was not happy. He wanted to sweep all of us away. He just wanted to kill all of us because of your mouth. And the husband was so distraught that thing killed him. I think he just had an attack or something like that. He died. And David heard that Abigail lost her husband and he was like, oh, hallelujah, Jesus, thank you. Let me go and marry her. Actually, King David married Abigail. He was thinking, I need a wise woman. I need somebody who is very wise. I need somebody who is very humble as my wife. And he picked her. Of course, King David was a non-polygamous man. But in those days, hey, who wouldn't want to be married to a king? So after the husband was married, David came and, picked her and took her to the palace or wherever they went. And that was the end. And that was how Abigail, after she became a widow, months later, she got married. Yes, because of her wisdom, because of her humility, because she was able to recognize a man who is a king. She was able to recognize a great man. Okay, you ladies, are you listening to this story? Please go and read it. It's in the Bible. I think 1 Kings. Yeah, it should be 1 Kings, where the story of kings are told. So Abigail was able to bag herself a king because of her wisdom, because of her discretion, and her ability to cook. You see, she cooked for the king quickly. And the king was like, this food is nice. This one should be my wife now. And God answered his prayer, killed that husband and gave Abigail to King David. What's the issue there? If you don't know how to talk, somebody else will, will take what was yours. And that's how it goes. So ladies, listen to me. Treat that man like the king he is. Appreciate him. Talk about your future. Don't compete with him. Don't try to control him. Do not allow him to pay for the mistakes of your exes. Cook and clean for him. And do him on the regular. Okay? I thank you once more for your time and company, for tuning into this channel, for pausing to like, to share, and to subscribe. May the good Lord bless you all. May he keep you, and may he make his face to shine on all of you and your children. Until the next time, my name is Betty, wishing you a blessed day. Amen.